Get ready to rumble! Bring the noise!
Hello Bingo fans and welcome back to Jet Set Radio Future Bingo Season 5. It's time to see how the game is played. Race your way through the streets of Tokyo to complete your board objectives, and for every soul, character and graffiti completed, your points will go up. But look out, no one wants to get sniped to a square. Ooh, yikes. If you can collect 5 squares in a row, you'll receive a bingo and an additional 2 points. But if you think it's that easy, you've never seen bingo before. Oh, and one more thing. In this tournament, no one gets to take a shortcut. If your character dies, you'll have to go all the way back to the same spot before you can continue. Good luck! It's time to play Jet Set Radio Future Bingo. And by golly, we finally landed here. After much blood, sweat, and tears from all of the players involved, we've reached the grand finals. We'll finally find out who will be the winner for this season at least, and indeed at most. For this best of 5 match day, we have the 2 teams who have risen to the top and fought their way to this very moment. In the pink corner, we have the first and second place any percent runners, ready to hop all the way to victory. It's Yomsa and Ryomi from the Cozy Bunnies. And going up against them, in the red corner, we have the grandfather of some of the most exciting bingo tech known to humanity, and the Season 3 MVP, up to shock the competition and claim victory. It's Krabby and Nago from the high voltage electric line Pylons. And joining me for the first set of commentary for this exciting match, it's the person who tried to call the tinnitus helpline, but it just kept ringing. It's Eclapricious. How are you today?
I am doing well. I'm very excited for Bingo Finals. Welcome to Bingo Finals, everyone. And thank you for the live exclusive Ace Bats intro, Ace Bats.
That's what you pay me for.
Yep, that's it certainly is what we pay you real money for. This is a
Right.
well-funded professional organization.
Oh, could you imagine? Oh well.
Let's
look
play
at the
some bingo.
board and what we imagine everyone's going to do. I mean, looks like a Kogani Ben 10 board, really. There's a few things out about Shibuya, including Center Square. But a top of buses there as well, and Cubby, two really quick ones. And platform, like, what's there is go in, get it.
Yep, we are so used to seeing these early Shibuya rushes, and for what there is on the board, it's going to be really interesting to me because I think it's going to be an all-or-nothing kind of play in Shibuya, where I don't think you really viably want to contest what's there, so you kind of just give it to your opponent, but there may be that kind of second guessing of, well, I think they're going to go there, so I won't go there, and then the opponent's like, well, if they think that we're going to go there, so they don't go there, then we will go there, but then, like, what if they go there, because they're not predicting that we go there,
Okay,
so maybe nobody goes to Shibuya. Is what I'm trying to say, is maybe nobody goes to Shibuya.
Here. People might grab squares, they might not. The countdown has begun. They're going to be looking at the board at the moment. I mean, in particular, Shibuya, those squares are all in key positions, I think. So any of those could actually turn the tables for elsewhere. But Kogani's got quite a few. I think SDPP, Sky Dino area looks like it could be a nice hotspot.
Yeah, we got that column 1 with 4 Benton. So we may see a Shibuya Benton split off the beginning here. And it looks like Ryumi is heading into Shibuya alongside
Double
Krabby
Shibuya.
and Yomsa as well. So they really want to go all in on picking up everything there is here in Shibuya. And I said, you know, it could be an all-or-nothing kind of play here. They might just do it. But it looks like Krabby is first to the punch here with on top of the bus.
Oh, a snipe. Love to see it.
Incredibly close, and that is so good for help going 1v2 in this scenario. They're co-oping grind, though, the Bunnies.
Yeah.
This
Ryomi
is actually
punching
kind of
air.
time-consuming for Ryomi, like, just standing
oh, no,
here.
Krabby missed platform.
Looks like Yomsa's going to be able to lock it
by
in.
Yomsa. Oh.
Krabby was going for the fast tech, but that is a difficult jump. I thought they were going to co-op the grind soul here, but ends up Ryomi just unlocks it and then picks it up himself. So a little bit of time wasted for him, and this does mean that Nago is completely uncontested in Benton right now, which is a really strong part of the map.
Yomsa's going to go now, Cubby, I think.
Yeah, so this will be pretty much the end of Shibuya now. I don't think we're going to see anyone stick around any longer after this Hikage Soul is picked up by Yomsa. So it is
Highway Zero.
early.
Looking at it right now, look at all those squares. Oh my god, Nago.
Nago uncontested in Highway Zero feels pretty good when, you know, it's a commitment of time to get all the way out there, but when you have that free time, given that the Bunnies doubled up in Shibuya, and I would say didn't get too terribly much for the commitment of 2 players, right? I think Ryomi did a lot of standing around for grind.
I mean, if Krabby didn't miss that platform soul, then it would have been a double up for, you know, the same number of squares that Krabby got solo. So, you know, leaving Nago uncontested. But, you know, anything can happen, and Krabby did miss that soul, so it has kind of worked out somewhat for the Cozy Bunnies, but it remains to be seen, you know, how much of a loss giving Nago that head start will end up being.
Yeah, and knowing that Yomsa got sniped onto
Ryomi
the
trying
bus.
to do vaults, whereas Krabby not. This may mean Krabby can get that.
He's actually getting out ahead because of this,
Ooh.
yeah.
Come on,
There's
Krabby,
a lot of interesting
no.
kind of movement optimization happening here. And it is Krabby
Ryomi
to grab it, just barely.
There we go. Wait, who got that? Oh my god.
So incredibly close between the two of them, but Ryomi is getting sniped right now across the map.
Yeah, and Sewers Tricks 45 and Kibo Spray would be a bingo. Kibo Spray not exactly being the most ideal square to want to get for a bingo, but, you know, that also, you know, could be a problem. But Ryomi opting to go, well, I'm going to go to bottom point. With 2 squares there.
5.
Yeah. I'm really forcing a... Oh, and Krabby's falling down in sewers. Oh,
I don't know if Krabby needs to commit to sewers this early. Instead...
He doesn't. he needs to do something about those potential bingos.
Yeah. That RDH special is right there. He could go and get that and just block that out. I think this is a bit of a poor read from Krabby. Meanwhile, however, Nago is still completely uncontested in Highway 0. It took Yomsa a little while to get out to Darkside after not getting too terribly much in Shibuya for the time that she committed. This means that Nago is pretty much clean sweeping Highway 0 here, with tricks just picked up and then special on the board as well. Ace pointed out in chat that these souls...
Krabby's figured it out.
Yeah, there it is. As soon as that bottom point square gets locked in by Ryomi, Krabby gets out ahead. And maybe this was a scouting play from Krabby just to see if that's where Ryomi was going to go. And, you know, spend some time in sewers, get something maybe for your time, and if not, you still get out ahead to special in RDH and deny that. So really no harm, no foul right now for Krabby. But yeah, definitely, I think a really strong opening from Help here. Reading the Benton play and being able to trade relatively well in Shibuya, even 1v2, I think, has set them up in a pretty comfortable position here.
Yeah.
Curious to see where Nago goes now. We have... So they didn't actually pick up special in Highway 0. It's another lap, effectively, of Highway 0, so maybe they just don't want to commit the time to it. It's stuck that far out on the map. There's probably other places you can contest. Help do not really have any bingos to build on, except for that column 2, potential row 5, but that's a long shot.
Yeah, Krabby's really playing the game of, oh, I really don't want to get bingoed on here, but I mean, looking at it with what's left on the board, what we could see is, I mean, anything in Skydyne I think is pretty much owned by Yomsu at this point. So assuming Krabby blocks that RDH special in the bottom right corner, what I'm imagining we'll potentially see is maybe Nago's going to go deal with that. I'm thinking the diagonal in particular is going to be the last real viable bingo, but even that has Kibo spray, and as I said earlier, not exactly the best.
Yeah, nobody wants to
graffiti square.
Contest a bingo on a long graffiti square, that's for sure. And it looks like Ryomi is actually climbing sewers for the sewers tricks right now to block the column 2, which means, yeah, it's a pretty rough position for Help to be in to close this game out despite the early, relatively even trade. Like, this is one of the closer early games we've seen in a Bunnies match in particular, because the Bunnies do go so hard on the early game. But Help read it pretty well here, but I think win conditions are a little bit ambiguous right now for both teams. But the fact that Bunnies do have an extra kind of couple of points is helping them out right now. Ryomi going for the tricks unlock all the way at the top here with some Del Transferos. As Krabby now into Kibo
for lower platform under wires and getting a start on the graffitis.
This might just turn into a points game, and the graffiti could make the difference in the end.
Yeah.
Ryomi's having some trouble right now.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, with the points remaining, let's see. I mean, there's 99th Street, there's 2 Kibos. Thinking, looks like all the players are leaving Darkside unless Yomsa goes to pick up that 99th Street square.
Is Nago going to go into Kibo now? Are they going to double up on this?
I think they're going to double up on Kibo, which...
I don't know if the amount of points is worth sending both people there when there are still points elsewhere on the board.
I mean, it's possible that the play is using Nago to just mop up elsewhere, but no, it just looked like straight into Kibo.
It's been a while since Ryomi marked anything as well, I think.
Yeah.
So they
Maybe
might
they
be a little
think
worried.
they've got to snipe the Kibo spray.
Yeah, that might be it. Just because Ryomi he's been stuck in sewers for a little while at this point.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking like something happened at some point. I wasn't looking, and Ryomi's trying to climb again.
Yeah, Ryomi fell
Isn't
down
ideal.
After trying to do the tricks unlock at the very top, and then he's just been struggling to get back up again.
It's the grand finals curse.
Never
Never go to sewers during the grand finals, folks. You heard it
Never
here
go to
first.
sewers against Krabby and Nago. Like, you just can't do it.
I mean, even Krabby fell down. Like,
So yeah, I mean, the last thing that Ryomi marked, I believe, was in bottom point. So the read from help might be either he's getting sewers or that he went into Kibo and that they need to try and snipe that.
Right.
It looks like that is the
Is
play.
Yomsa going directly for the soul? If Yomsa, okay.
If Yomsa hits a god stall launch here, she might snipe this. But
Well, I wouldn't even say a god stall launch. I'm just saying if you can get the pylon warp. No, that's not going to be it. Okay, so halfway through the level, Krabby's going to go grab that soul right now with Yomsa. Well, not stuck halfway through the level. She does have
Krabby
the
doesn't
option
pick it up.
Doesn't pick it up. Ooh, okay.
This is
could
interesting.
then get a bit dicey.
Are they using this as a bait? Is the question. Like,
maybe,
because maybe if they thought that Ryomi was here, maybe if they thought that Ryomi was here, that he would have picked it up by now. Maybe they're trying to bait someone into Kibo, but I don't know.
I mean, Krabby's running out of time to grab that soul, and I think that 1 point could be handy.
Yeah, there's just so much happening in this game.
And
right
there
now.
we go. Yomsa has marked that square. So I don't know. Maybe if this falls down to 1 point, that would be tragic. We'll just have to wait and see. But I mean, this square being worth 3. I mean, there's 3 points
back
for
to even, but for the commitment of time of sending both players here. I mean, Ryomi spent so long in sewers that they could get away with it. But think of like Ryomi now getting out of Kogane.
Yeah.
Like
Ryomi's
he's
going to be uncontested outside of Kogane. There's 3 squares outside of Kogane. Like, Yomsa's going into FRZ. They don't need Kibo Spray to win, and they know this.
Yeah,
so
I
if
think
Yomsa gets this, then yeah, it's pretty much on lock unless, I don't know, heart attack.
Jeez. Definitely kind of a better identification of win conditions, better late game calls from the Bunnies, which is good to see because, this is a team that very frequently wins games in 9-10 minutes, just by completely stomping opponents in the early game, but they do have that late game shot calling as well at their disposal, which is good to see. And yeah, I think maybe just a little bit of a shaky call from Krabby and Nago just with the double up into Kibo. Working with imperfect information, of course, because of how long Ryomi spent hitting the sewers. But, sometimes you got to make educated guesses, and sometimes they're not always the right guesses.
Yeah.
So with Ryomi uncontested right now in Dogen, Yomsa picking up FRZ, looks like the Bunnies should have this game on lock. Dogen tricks, and then one more, which Yomsa could pick up somewhere on the map. It would have to be...
Let me just send him to dark side.
Yeah,
So with 0 SDPP, 99th Street, and by the time you've got 2 people out there, with Nago only just now leaving Kibo.
Yeah, I mean, Krabby would have to read what Ryomi is doing and then snipe him to Chuo points, and then Nago would have to teleport to Darkside, I think.
Yeah, we've got Yomsa leaving Kogane.
And Krabby's actually going to Benton here.
I mean, let's see. I mean, Chuo is the problem, I think.
Yeah, if Nago goes to Chuo right now, they might be able to snipe it.
If Chuo right now, then Yomsa and Ryomi have the advantage of being in Darkside together. Yomsa already going into Darkside, so
if Ryomi gets baited into Chuo.
Yeah, but I feel like that's unlikely. Or even so, like, Yomsa has the sport for choice.
And Ryomi might actually get into Chuo ahead of Nago anyway. It's going to be relatively close, but I think he might just barely have the edge here. So I think
this is
just
how
not
I think
quite coming
Yomsa
together.
thinks, right? At this point in time, she's going to assume that someone's going to already have Highway Zero unlocked. So that rules that out. So she either does 99 Special or Top of Observatory. And it looks like she's picking 99th Street at the moment. So just looking at Nago in Darkside, Ryomi in Chuo. Yeah, Ryomi's uncontested.
Yep, and that will secure the game here. I think, yeah, for help, they had to do too much at the late stages of this game here that they weren't getting any board control by having both players in Kibo.
I hate to say it, but I do think that if they had that one Kibo square, that would have removed the light side win condition.
That's true, yeah.
So
this Chuo points doesn't win the game.
I think there.
If they had that Kibo sold, but even then, you know, Yomsa does lock in 99 special to put them at 14, and with Chuo points coming through momentarily for Ryomi, that would be 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the end, not game breaking, but certainly would have helped, maybe changed priorities and decisions made in the later stages.
It would have definitely been an interesting kind of change in priorities for the teams.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how the teams adapt moving into game number 2. This one is locked in for the Cozy Bunnies. 1 game win, 2 to go. They're going to clear the board out. Are they going to clear the board out? Doesn't look like they're going to clear the board out.
Looks like no one wants to go do top of observatory. Cringe.
Sad. No Sylvie Soul. Sad. But that's it. That is game 1. Let's get ourselves another board. Let's get ourselves another game. It is Cozy Bunnies out to the early lead in the series.
Yep, it's best of 5, and I mean, I think Krabby and Nago have shown in the past that first game, sometimes that's just the warm-up. They kind of figure out their mistakes between games. Oh my goodness, that Ben 10 diagonal.
Ooh, low. That is that is insane, actually. That is 3 defaults and Jazz plus Skydino tricks. My goodness. And Shibuya looks kind of nuts here as well. Chuo and Hikage graffiti. But then
Kagane is just showing up to the party and sitting in the corner.
God, it's just like me for real. Hikage crane, Shibuya platform, Chuo right canal, Shibuya bus, and then a couple of longer defaults as well in Chuo cubby and Dogen isolated platform. Shibuya tricks also very quick, so we could see our mad Shibuya rush off the beginning, but I would expect to see some priority on this Benton diagonal.
Oh yeah.
At least in trying to find a way to deny it from an opponent if you're not going to go for it yourself, right? Just to take one of those squares away from your opponent and just nullify that as a threat. It's been a while since we saw
Jazz being center square as well is quite an interesting one, because it's in that middle ground of a square where no one wants to do it right at the start, and then like it's always a commitment going for it. Even if it's a relatively short square, there are usually other options that may be shorter. So I'm wondering how long that center square is going to be around.
I think it being center square in this particular game with that diagonal on the board it increases its priority quite significantly. Because it is not a slow square to get, really.
Looks like we've got
but it is the fear of getting caught in it.
1 Shibuya Cho, 1 Benten Cho.
Alrighty,
and Yomsa flubs up.
That's going to slow down the start of the game for Yomsa quite significantly.
Losing
so Nago's
time
going to get out ahead into Benton.
This early, yeah, that
Useless
is
bus jump for
brutal.
Krabby. Snipes it away from Ryomi again. 2 games in a row. That's rough, buddy. Krabby's getting out ahead to platform as well.
XBE. Oh my god, Krabby's making up for last game, my god.
Let's go, Krabby.
Oh, goodness gracious
Top of bus and platform. And he's going for tricks as well. A clean sweep in Shibuya for Krabby as Ryomi.
And Ryomi
tail between his legs.
deeper.
He's out of there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm just going to say it now, right? Dogen isolate platform down the hill could be a very aggressive play from Krabby if Krabby decides to go for it.
So
and
Nago
with Ryomi
gets
and Shiro Street, it's a
entrance
commitment.
pillar, by the way. Snipes Yomsa to that.
Ooh.
Which isn't too much of a surprise given Yomsa's garage movement problem, but Yomsa sees this and immediately leaves.
Oh my god.
Like I said, there is no reason to be out that deep in Benton.
Street?
There's no reason to be out there on that side of the map now if you're not really threatening that bingo. Yomsa just wants to do the quickest possible thing to deny that bingo now.
Uh-oh, Krabby's gone into Chuo.
which-
But sees right
this
now
is
and
not
just goes
it, actually.
bye-bye.
I thought that she was going to go to Jazz, but actually she's working on 99th Air here, which
Yeah,
does set up
Quick
on,
Soul.
a row 3, but it doesn't deny a... Well, I suppose actually she knows that Nago is in Sky Dino, so she has a little bit of time to work with here, but she's still not going to Jazz.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just thinking, Krabby's not going to go for it for sure, but that isolated platform down the hill would be a terrifying square to see light up for the Cozy Bunnies. 'Cause,
Yeah, there's a lot
look
of
at your
threats
options
right now.
Trix 20, Clipsol, Highway 0 at 5, SDPP at 6, like, none of those
The
particularly
response
ideal.
here from the Bunnies is the classic Ryomi early graffiti, by the way, setting up in
Ooh.
Chuo Street. Having picked up
Love
the
a bit of
defaults
Churro
here.
myself.
I feel like this is relatively worthwhile if you want to consider that potential column 1. Right now
imagine.
and into Cubby means that you do have to commit for these defaults, so you might as well get some progress on the graffiti. And
I think they're
Hold on.
going for quite an aggressive play. They may be trying to force someone into Kogane.
I think Ryomi missed a spray.
Wait, did Ryu miss a spray? Was it just
the
one of the earlier
large
ones?
when you leave the alleyway, the one on the ground. He went up to the billboard. I didn't see him spray the large.
Ooh.
He's just dipping. Okay,
Partialing?
interesting that he would skip that one, but he's partialing the Chuo Street just to get the default souls and get out. SCPP Air locked in. Is now Ryomi gonna go into FRZ? So we've seen this before, where you partial the graffiti route and then go out and take other things on the board, because the FRZ tube soul is really high priority right now in making sure you get that bingo. Instead of saying, hey, we got the Chuo graffiti, and immediately the Pylons having to respond to that by going to FRZ. Instead, you can kind of sneak up on them by locking in the FRZ soul and saying, oh no, you have to do Chuo, and then actually we're already halfway done Chuo, and Yomsa can go and finish it off if she wants. Which might be the play here, I think. Just withholding information for a little bit longer.
Krabby reading FLZ though, I think.
Krabby
Krabby got the tape, hasn't done anything with it, and is out of there. Ryomi with a head start. I mean, Clipsol, really difficult to snipe, but I think the main one is the upper tube. I think both players will be going there straight away.
Yeah, that has to be the priority, right? 'Cause that is the bingo threat for the Bunnies right now. And that
I mean, they
SDPP
probably
Air 4
read,
does.
haven't seen anything from Ryomi so far. Like,
That is true, yeah. After
Well,
getting
besides Chuo.
completely sniped in Shibuya, yeah, everything that he's done has been in Chuo this game. And Yomsa working on now Jazz. Not only have they already denied the 5 Benton diagonal bingo, but this does now set up for a not inconsequential row 3 threat. I mean, yes, it has the Kage graffiti on it, but they could do very much the same thing here of threatening 2 bingos with 2 graffiti
Ooh.
routes, which is kind of scary.
uh-oh. Ryomi going for the Clipsol first, but Krabby, knowing that there's a priority between the two, I assume, is going for middle of lower up area down tube.
That is a big mistake from Ryomi, I think. This
Considering
completely
the
cuts out
Chuo
bingo.
partial, like, that Clipsol doesn't really do too... Actually, I think Ryomi and Krabby are doing the exact same thing, because if that Clipsol gets marked by high voltage electroline pylons, Dogen's free. If FRZ is marked, or if the other one's marked by Cozy Bunnies, then Chuo's free. So they're both they both at the same time went, we've got to stop that possible bingo from the other team. And so, they both have done the same thing. Krabby being in a really good spot if Krabby can leave quickly and go into Dogen. Having that tape can prevent that column 3 and also a bingo. Like, that's an insanely good thing. I mean, I'm thinking realistically, they've got to be going... I don't know what you'd do in this situation, because that default's there, so you could just go straight to the default. But then there's the tape souls as well, which are also somewhat of a problem.
Yeah, this board is really spicy because we've seen so much back and forth of sniping, but then also trying to deny bingo threats to the point at which
No?
we still have 3 graffiti routes on this board. There's still so many points
There's
to
so many
decide this
points,
game.
but let's say Krabby gets all 3 of these Dogen Sculpt Souls. That puts him in a really strong position.
Ryomi's in there though, alongside him.
Going to tape. Oh, this might be very, very good for Krabby.
Krabby already have tape?
Yeah, Krabby got tape and then dipped, going to FRZ.
Krabby's brain is so huge.
Yeah. Krabby got the tape and then probably thought, oh, I need to deal with FRZ, but I've got tape. So, Krabby being in a... Oh, but Ryomi going backwards to get... Oh, no, the tape's there, yeah. I thought Ryomi was really going, oh, maybe we could go backwards to the default soul at this point, seeing that.
Oh, but both tape souls locked in now for Krabby.
That
Ryomi...
bingo is all but grabbed.
Yeah, Ryomi has to dip now. There is nothing he can do in Dogen. This was just wasted time.
Oh, no.
Absolutely huge gaming from Krabby.
I mean, Ryomi's just had a very unfortunate match this game, I think.
Yeah, honestly, it's weird to see it on the other side of things, where it is the bunnies that are being sniped out across the board. But that's what we've seen, particularly in Game 2 here.
It is. There is the lovely square, which 3 points to go. So that means the graffiti square is basically mandatory. Nago in 99th Street already. Making
This is
a start.
a long one.
I feel like Krabby's just going to go and co-op.
Yeah, they might co-op this. They are in such a comfortable position to close this game out from here. They have all the cards, so they can pretty much do what they want to do. And it doesn't matter that 99th is a longer route if they co-op it.
Yeah.
There's so much more work that the bunnies have to do.
I mean,
to stand
even
a
if
chance
they
at this one.
don't, it is kind of a 1v1 at the moment in 99th Street. But I think realistically, no, Krabby's gonna, split the difference. If Krabby goes to Kage, this is a perfectly fair play.
If
I
Krabby
think there's got
goes
to
to
be an
Kage,
assumption that Chuo's been partialed. Surely.
Yeah. As long as Krabby makes that read and doesn't
There we
push Chuo. Yeah.
What the? Krabby, come on.
Really wants those cans.
Could have got on the cans.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, Krabby.
There's a bit of
No, go
sunk
to
cost fallacy.
Chuo.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What is this?
Krabby, are you okay? This is
the
what missing
duality
bus
of
jump
Crab.
once does to someone.
This is suddenly not so good for help.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not ideal.
I think Ryomi might be slightly ahead of Nago right now, just based on I
18
saw
to
Nago kind of
18.
miss a couple of sprays
Yeah.
to go back for them. It's still very close between the two of them, and it could still go either way. But
I mean, they're
depending
both
on how much
vaguely in
time
the same spot.
Krabby
I think
spends
Nago's just
here.
cleared. Yeah, they're neck and neck now. It's all about the skill issues, and Yomsa's just going to have to clear out these sprays in Churro Street, and then it's just down to Hikage.
And the wildest
Which-
thing is, the bunnies could realistically get a 3 graffiti sweep and win this game from this
Yeah.
position. Help need one of these squares to win. One of these 3 graffitis. And right
I'm
now,
honestly
99
shocked.
is even. Chuo is bunnies favored. And then it's down to Hikage. And it's very much down to where does Krabby get to in this Chuo route by the time Yomsa locks in the square. And it looks like
Ooh, that
Krabby's
was
going to
a
have to
great
commit.
jump from Nago there.
Krabby's very, very close now to committing into Chuo as Yomsa's right at the back end of this route, cleaning this out, meaning that she can get out to Hikage ahead.
I suppose the plus side is it isn't necessarily as committed as it could be. If Krabby leaves canals, there is the kind of that one warp,
There is
out
the
of
out of
bounds.
bounds, yeah.
and we know
It's-
Krabby knows how to do it. I mean, by the time Yomsa finishes out these final sprays, maybe... Oh wait, is it just the ones on the right? Yeah, so I think Krabby will be in a spot where it is an option to just
Yeah.
vamoose.
This is the best possible situation out of a really bad situation
yeah.
for Krabby. But there it
And
is,
there we
Chuo
go.
Graffiti
Yomsa has
locked
marked
in.
Churro Graffiti. So I assume from this point, yeah, Krabby immediately onto that little truck. And
Still
going to
be behind, but it is
Still gonna be behind.
manageable.
Yeah, there is something there. So really, it is down to Nago to keep this going.
Yeah, so checking in
don't
on
like
the 99th
this.
graffiti. It's 37 sprays for Ryomi. And I believe he's now done in Darkside ahead of Nago, who's having a couple of
Done in
skill issues here.
I mean, they're both in
This-
Darkside. Their sprays are a bit neck and neck. It depends on where the route is. Oh, Nago drops down there. I mean, it's any mistake could be it.
Oh no,
Like,
Ryomi just got into Darkside, but I think is ahead on sprays. I'm not
They're
sure. They
neck
must have
and
taken
neck.
different routes here.
Yeah, they've taken different routes. Ryomi's just about ahead. Falls down as well, though. Oh my god. Stop trying to be fancy. My goodness gracious me. I think they're back more or less equal on the same route. Ryomi having one less spray to get right here. It's gonna come down to the wire.
53 to 53 on sprays in 99th Street right now. And it is a
55 to
Kage race
56.
between Krabby
Oh,
and
but
Yomsa.
Soul Unlock could be the... Could actually... Oh no! Nago! Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, that's bad. Oh god. Oh goodness.
I can't handle this. This is only game 2. Head
They
to
both
head
just
in
have to leave
Kage
now,
is
right?
almost completely
And
even
Ryomi's
as
on
well.
the exit faster. So unless Ryomi falls down here, I think this is for Ryomi.
And Yomsa is ahead in
Oh!
Hikage Street right now and has better cans. I
Oh
think.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that will be it for the high voltage electric line pylons.
Oh,
Ryomi fell, got graffiti cambered on that small, I think, going towards the large. That is unfortunate.
Wow. It's not often that I am speechless during bingo commentary, but that was... Ah. So, the expected result, Help won that game.
Yeah.
But not exactly in the way we were expecting.
Oh, God. Yeah, like, Help was in, like, pole position. They had all of the cards in their hand. And then they just didn't... It was like, oh, what do we do? Oh, yeah, Krabby, go to where Yomsa is. And now go 1v1 Ryomi, where literally one mistake can make or break the entire route. That was nail-biting.
What an insane game. And that brings us to 1-1 in the series. And as pointed out in
Finally.
the chat, that is the first defeat for the Cozy Bunnies in Season 5.
Will it be the first of many, though?
Well, we'll have to
Or
see,
we'll
you
leave them with
know.
the board to find out.
Is it a slippery slope, you know? Have they got
Are
the...
they rattled?
have they got the mental stability to overcome this? I think they'll be fine.
Either way, the clean sweep is
Yeah,
rest in
that is
peace.
the undefeated run comes to an end in the finals. Whew. Oh man, there was so many things happening in that game. Krabby going to Chuo was like, it's like when you're watching a car crash and you can't help but watch.
You know that bit in How the Grinch Stole Christmas was like his heart grew 3 sizes that day? For that, Krabby going into Churro Street was his brain shrunk 3 sizes that day, right? We're seeing this gigantic cranium just suddenly shrink down into absolutely nothing. I was gobsmacked when I saw that. I mean, actually, Krabby may have thought that it might have been a double bluff and Yomsa was doing Hikage.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
we can be a little harsh on the players and their shot calling sometimes because they are working with incomplete information. They do have to make a couple of like leaps, like logic leaps and guesses based on that information and based on the tendencies of the players. And sometimes you
Actually,
just got to make a guess.
I say that, it's almost certainly what happened there. Like, we're making fun of it, but Krabby and Yomsa against one another is just that bit from The Princess Bride with the poison in the chalice. Like...
Yeah, that is typically what we have seen between the two of them. And like a lot of these players they talk so much about bingo strategy, and it's really fascinating to hear them talking about it. It just gives
It
you
also
quite an
hurts your
insight to-
brain
It hurts
hearing
your
them
brain.
both
but
talk about
yeah,
it. They
gives you
have
an
the
insight
world's
to what's
craziest arguments.
what's
Like,
going on in their heads while they're playing this game. It's insane.
yeah, I thought you were going to do this, so you should have thought I thought that, so you should have done this, and then I should have done that in return. And you didn't do that second level of play, so like, what were you doing? You're so stupid. Like, it is insane how wrapped up they both get in bingo strategy. It is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, when it came down to it, it was just that one movement mistake from Ryomi that prevented the Bunnies from taking what could have been a devastating win.
I mean, I
to
think
be
both
down...
teams were trading blows there with movement mistakes that could have just cost everything. And unfortunately, Ryomi made the final movement mistake.
Yeah,
in that
is
route.
true. There were a handful of skill issues in that 99th graffiti route from both players, but yeah. Well, we got a new board. We got another game.
Probably look at the new board at some point.
We got Highway Zero
Got a few
graffiti.
Shibuya.
Let's go. And Shibuya is looking pretty strong.
Kogane not looking too bad either. I mean, each area is relatively evenly matched, with Shibuya having the most. I mean, Shibuya having the most is quite cool, because Shibuya is the smallest overall area of the game. Like, there's a lot less travel between levels, considering 2 levels obviously connect to Garage, and that one level that connects to Garage only goes to the 2 other levels. Like, it's all very close knit.
It's a lot of quick stuff this time around.
See people there.
We've got Hikage Crane, we've got Shibuya Platform. Again, that isolated platform downhill is back. It's not great, but it doesn't suck. Dogen Tricks is kind of alright if you can co-op that as well. Shibuya Graffiti is fast, Shibuya Tricks is fast, so as expected, we'll probably see a mad rush into Shibuya at the beginning here. Some relatively strong stuff in Benton as well. You've got Center of Dark is pretty quick. Sky Dino Default, kind of out on its own, isn't great. Highway Zero Graffiti.
I like this. Got high voltage electrolyte pylons going to Shibuya and Kogane, whereas we've got the Cozy Bunnies. Ryomi not going to the Shibuya start. And
the first time in the history of Bingo.
Yeah, and Jomsa going into Shibuya Terminal. Getting that set of cans for the boost, which may help out. Prairie grabbing the tape.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what Yomsa wants to go for here, as to whether that boost is worthwhile. The Krabby special there with the points unlocked.
Platform. That points unlock will never not be impressive to me.
It's so much fun. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be an even trade in Shibuya off the start here. Krabby, you're
Krabby
right
having some trouble going into Shura? What? Krabby, where are you going somewhere? Grabbing some cans
and
leaving?
Interesting. Okay,
Dogen,
well, an even
maybe?
trade in Shibuya Terminal for our teams as we see Ryomi all the way into Highway Zero. Is he doing the... Yep, that's a Highway Zero graffiti start from Ryomi. That's my
Jarvis.
man.
Jarvis, let's see a Highway Zero graffiti open.
That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. Let's see how clean it is from Ryomi, as Nago is
I'm also kind of
in sewers right now.
interested, because Shibuya is kind of similar in terms of relatively quick graffiti route.
I actually don't think that this Highway Zero is good, by the way. As much as I love Highway Zero, I don't think this is actually a very good play.
Look here, Eckler. An early graffiti route is an early graffiti route, and you should only respect it.
I think it's fine, but like, he didn't even go Center or Dark, which is wild to me. Krabby fixed that up.
Yeah. I mean, early game, we're seeing... What is in Shuo? There's Oh yes, there's that one. Okay, so there's that, there's Special, there's Tricks. Not a particularly great place to be in. And Nago doing whatever that was.
Nago, uncontested in sewers, has picked up 2 defaults. Looking to climb further for something. Sewers has been the undoer of everyone in this tournament so far.
Oh my god!
Leave. Just leave, Nago! It's just not worth it.
There is nothing funnier than the boosted kiss giving you so much speed it just flings you off.
It's not worth it.
It's tragic.
Go anywhere else, please.
No, we're back up to sewers. It's the grand final curse.
Well, Ryomi locks in the Highway Zero graffiti in a brisk 3 minutes. So, nice, strong start for Cozy Bunnies based on points. Ryomi's having some trouble leaving? Question mark? Oh no, he's getting out. Okay.
Oh yeah, getting us all.
I was like, there is something else in Highway Zero, but like it looked like Ryomi was leaving. I think it was just.
And Krabby was in
issues.
Highway Zero there. So it's just getting told to get out of here, make like a tree, and go away.
Yeah, so the two of them will leave at the same time, but Ryomi leaving with 4 points in hand. Krabby managed to get himself Center of Dark, and that was pretty much it. So not the greatest of starts for the high voltage Pylon this time around.
Very strong start, but that's just kind of flipped slightly. I mean, that Highway Zero spray kind of gave him a good idea of what everyone was doing. So I think it does help inform the next steps for this team.
Yeah, I just think the fact that Ryomi didn't mark anything for so long until Highway Zero graffiti, and Help didn't really get anything done because of it. You know, they picked up 2 points in Sewers and 1 point in Benton. Like, that's not a really strong start to the game for them. And it does actually make this Highway Zero worthwhile when you consider, 4 points in Highway Zero, and then also Yomsa completely uncontested in Shibuya Cho, just cleaning house right now.
Yeah. We've got Krabby going for 99th Street. What the... I mean, that is a way of getting it, I guess. Ryomi getting the jump, but also falls off. Krabby doing the classy way of grabbing it. It's like, is there anything else in 99th Street? Like, was this literally just a case of we don't want them threatening to, one bingo, so we're going to do something about that? And we're seeing an interesting little flip here. We've got Krabby going deeper. Oh wait, is Ryomi also? No, Ryomi's leaving. So Yomsa's uncontested in Chio Street, which is very, very good. In terms of special, I can't imagine we'll be seeing that. Krabby with the fancy little... Oh,
He's not
never
even getting
mind.
points.
No, that's fine.
I feel like if you're there, you might as well just pick up the Sewers points while you're in the area.
Yeah.
Picked up 3 of the 5.
And Sewer special, just have it unlocked,
it's all
have it
there.
ready.
You might as well if you're there. You don't want to climb Sewers
I
again
guess
later
they're
in the game.
assuming Ryomi and Yomsa aren't going to climb, but it's one hell of a...
I mean, it's a catch-22 problem where it's like, I don't want to spend my entire game in Sewers because there are other places on the board that I need to be contesting. But also, I don't want to leave these Sewers squares on the board because there may come a time later in the game where I have to come back for them. And then I have to climb Sewers again. Yeah. So, it's kind of a pick your poison kind of deal. So Nago just wants to get back out on the map and go somewhere else to pick up some more points. And again, Yomsa's just continuing her clean sweep of Shibuya-cho right now. The Shuo special is the focus. Shibuya Graffiti has lasted a lot longer on this board than I thought, given that Yomsa was completely uncontested. She has managed to pick up a bunch of points that makes up for it. If you look at Hikage Crane, Shibuya Platform, Hikage Air, Shuo Tricks, and Shuo Points, that is 5 points. I think she's managed to pick up. And Dogen Isolated Platform as well, I think Ryomi just picked up. So, really strong Shibuya set of squares for the Bunnies.
There's a bit of indecision from Nago, and I think that cemented that going back to go to the tape was maybe not the best play. Considering Ryomi is about to go on to lap 2.
Yeah, so what's Ryomi looking for tricks here? This is one of those awkward souls, I think, to be behind to, because you don't have to commit here, but certainly would kind of suck to be that deep in Dogen and have to turn around after getting sniped. Not the fastest exit, as long as you don't commit. But fortunately, there's no isolated platform bait anymore. If that was still on the board, and you go to tricks and then you commit to the isolated platform and you get sniped, and it could suck. It doesn't happen. It does look like Ryomi can get out ahead to this one, and it is the Bunnies just getting more done right now wherever they've been on the board. It's a little bit of a sluggish game from Help. Okay, so Nago, I think, seeing this get marked, will be able to just move on to Shibuya and get out of here relatively quickly. So that's not the end of the world. Nago gets out to the next area ahead, but what is there left on the board? Everything in column 1 yet untouched. There's a lot of Kogane stuff,
Yeah.
plus STT special.
That's a nobody bingo right there.
And then Shibuya Spray has been started up here by Yomsa, and this really might just put the pressure on Ryomi's here as well. If they
Nago's
co-op
only
this,
just
suddenly it's a
started.
point to win.
Uh,
The music you are listening to.
that's a freebie. There's
What's interesting about this is
Churro co-op.
Chua Co-op might close this one out. Yeah, I thought Yomsa was going to lock that in, but maybe she just didn't get the unlock because it can be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, with what was in Churro, I don't think there was particularly a lot of incentive to go and just
Pretty sure I saw her in that part of Chua in the back alley, though.
Mm.
Maybe I'm crazy. But, yeah, I guess Shibuya wins the game. Shibuya wins the game for the Bunnies here between the Graffiti and Chuo special, so...
Oh no, here's how high voltage electric line Pylon can still win. Just sniped at everything on the board after this.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nago could win the 2v1 Shibuya Graffiti race. It's not looking great, I'm going to be honest. 17 sprays to 47. This final one locked in. That will be Shibuya Graffiti locked in for the Cozy Bunnies. With one square to go for the win. They are uncontested in Chuo Street.
I really want to see that Chuo special. just so like the final four just has nothing. Oh, I guess SDBG special is about to be marked by Krabby, but
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the priorities from help in this game were a little lacking. I don't think they went to the right areas at the right times. I don't think they had a very good read on this board. And the Bunnies just got to play their game. You know, leaving either of these players uncontested in an area and letting them clean house is dangerous, but also you don't want to contest them 1v1 because they're also really good at the game. That's the situation that they put you in. It worked out very well for them this time around.
There's STP marked, Yomsa going into Kogane, Ryomi special already unlocked for that team, maybe?
Maybe
Yomsa unlocked
maybe
it, just
Yomsa
didn't
unlocked
bother
it and then
grabbing
just didn't pick it up, yeah.
Which is completely reasonable.
Yeah, just
Though
all the...
Ryomi's been here for a while, I don't know, I wasn't paying enough attention clearly. But there we go, that is the square, 15 points to win. Game 3,
number 2.
Oh my god, game 3 goes to the Cozy Bunnies.
Yeah, well, hey, we're going to get a game 4, so that's something. Let's see if Help can bounce back and bring us to game 5. Or if the Bunnies can lock in the championship point with the next win. Yeah, I mean, this one was a little less close, I think, than the first two games. The Bunnies just kind of got to play their game relatively uncontested, had a better read on the board, and brought the win home pretty straightforward. Maybe a different board can suit Help better. I mean, this was a very heavy Shibuya board, and we do know that the Bunnies love Shibuya. So maybe if we get a board that isn't quite as Shibuya heavy next time around, things might fare a little bit better for Help. Let's have a look at board number 4.
Let's see the area highlights.
Well, this isn't a powerful Shibuya board, at least.
Ooh, that is red.
Our first really Kogane heavy board, I feel. We've had a couple of relatively decent Koganes, but it's kind of been split between, like, you know, Kogane and Shibuya, and Kogane and Benton. This is the first one where it's like, okay, Kogane is the number 1 priority area on this board. But then you look at what there is, and there's not actually a lot of fast stuff in
Shibuya, and then Kogane and Benton split the remainder. Kind of the same for Kogane.
Yeah,
it almost
but
looks
there's
like
not a lot of fast
Benton
stuff.
is advantageous. You get top of station, you get the diagonal, and entrance pillar as well for good measure.
Yeah, I think there are still quick stuff in Shibuya, because there's always quick stuff in Shibuya. You got Shibuya Tricks, you got Dogen Right Street, you got Shibuya Points. Isolated Platform Downhill is back again, and Tricks 20 in Dogen. So some relatively quick stuff in Shibuya for what there is there. But then, yes, not Benton, but Kogane is pretty stacked. But I'm looking at things like, bottom point, cube, catwalk near cube, bottom point points. There's a lot of stuff in bottom point, but you have to commit to it. RDH
If there's a lot of
platform,
stuff
top
there,
station
is
is
it a
relatively
problem
quick.
committing to it? I don't think so. You get enough points, you can chill.
Yeah, I'm curious just to see how early the priority comes in Kogane, because you don't want to lock yourself into bottom point super early in the game when you know that there's a potential that someone else is going to be there as well.
Viomi
So what's the
directly through the
start?
street alongside with Nago, Krabby, and Yomsa going into Kogane.
All right, so right street
like
then for
Viomi has the
Ryomi.
advantage to right of street. Oh, Nago going for the tape. Doing the good old let's get the tape and get the square. Knowing that Viomi's gonna probably just leave. Yomsa would top a station before Krabby. Very well played there. So what will Krabby do? Climb higher. And grab that square platform above Cops 2. Great, love to see it. And they're so close to each other, they don't even have time to just not grab the soul. Let's see. But Sewer's entrance with Krabby just having the edge, but of course that edge can disappear in a heartbeat. Nago going for a Dokkan square, I think. F3. It's also isolated platform down the hill, but I feel like that might not be taken. And Trix 20 as well. Some solid choices there for a refined Jet Set Radio Future Bingo palette.
So Yomsa climbing sewers, Krabby into bottom point. This is interesting, because if Yomsa reveals that she's in sewers, maybe Krabby just gets everything in bottom point. You've got the quick stuff, you've got special, and PJ Room 3 are relatively quick. Everything else you have to commit for. So it's either 2 quick points or 5 slower points in the long run. We'll have to
looks
see.
like Nago's committing to a full lap of Dogen.
Yeah, after picking up the tape, I don't hate this. I suppose I think there's enough points on the board to make this worthwhile. To committing to Dogen. This is
showing that
playing...
she's in sewers.
Okay, so let's see if Krabby commits then to bottom point for this. Yeah, this is help playing perhaps a little bit more avoidant, not going with the head-to-head this time around, but I think maybe with the better read.
Yeah, I think Yomsa's not going to do anything in bottom point. Krabby looks like he's leaving bottom point. I guess with the assumption of, well, Yomsa won't be going to bottom point.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Looking for other priority places to be.
Yeah, which, despite the stacked Kogane, is not Kogane.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of points there, but nothing's particularly quick now that bottom point stuff has been taken away.
Nago not unlocked special? Huh.
Looks like they're leaving.
Hang on.
I don't know what's going on. We'll check in on Nago in a minute. What else is happening?
Nago's having a moment.
Let's see, Ryomi heading out to Benton alongside Yomsa?
Alongside Yomsa's doubling from Benton. Interesting.
Okay, what's the play here? What are they going to co-op something, or are they just going to try and split the difference and pick up points elsewhere? We've got some decent stuff in SDPP. Yeah, I mean, there's top of observatory plus air.
Does allow for the diagonal, and entrance pillar's basically a freebie as well.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good idea here from the Cozy Bunnies, just doubling up in this area. There's a fair amount of points that you can get relatively quickly between SCPP, and then you've got the Highway Zero special working on that, the top right to bottom left, and then Sky Dino points on that as well. They can definitely split themselves up and cover these two areas uncontested, I think. I think this is really actually very difficult for high voltage electric line pylon to contest. Krabby kind of has to make all of the right guesses here.
I'm kind of shocked with the
Does he go to Sky
opting
Dino?
for a lap 3. Or, yeah, wait, is that lap 3? Or lap 2, rather?
Yeah, Nago's still in Dogen. And the Sky Dino points right now is the play for Yomsa and for Krabby. The two of them are
Krabby's
here.
only just got into Sky Dino though.
Yeah,
If Krabby
Yomsa's
doesn't get a Sky
ahead.
Dino soul, then
This one's really difficult to come back from if you lose
yeah.
that soul. This double Benton was a really good call from the Bunnies. Just identifying the ability to go from RDH Topper Station into a full diagonal bingo in such quick fashion. Really, really good read. And with the SDPP squares coming in for Ryomi uncontested, Krabby needs this point soul.
Yeah, and Nago's doing the only thing they can do. And that's going into Kogane and grabbing what they can. I mean, this is really...
This is close, though. This is so close. Oh.
And there that goes.
Locked in by Yomsa, just barely. Krabby with a really clever death warp to get over to that soul and close the gap, but Yomsa just barely beating him to it means now it's a race to Highway 0 as Ryomi is struggling to get to top of Observatory. That's going to slow him down. I thought maybe Ryomi could get both in SDPP and get to Highway 0 ahead, but it looks like it's going to be a head-to-head between Krabby and Yomsa right now as Ryomi is struggling to lock in top of Observatory.
Worth noting, Krabby is very limited to his traversal options at the moment.
Oh, yeah, low on health. He's going for top of Observatory.
Just got to go for it, but I mean, they're basically neck and neck now, actually.
This is insane. Like, the fact that he was leaving Sky Dino head-to-head with Yomsa and could have contested Highway 0 Special, and is instead now going for top of Observatory, and because Ryomi struggled with that, it's now head-to-head. Wow! Krabby grabbing onto that rail. That's going to give him a little bit of an advantage, actually. This is insane.
If there's
Krabby snipes this from Ryomi.
Yeah.
Krabby is so good at this game. He's going to do it. He's going to snipe this away from
Krabby's
Ryomi.
ahead on the climb. Like, no two ways about it.
How does he do it?
That's insane.
Top of Observatory locked in for Krabby. The snipe to deny the diagonal bingo against all odds. And we've got a game on our hands now.
Don't boom a trick, buddy.
And suddenly we're right back to even. And Nago is uncontested in FRZ Graffiti.
Ooh.
Big points to pick up for high voltage electric line Pylon right now. And Yomsa, you know, committed to this Highway 0 at this point. You might as well pick that up. Or not, honestly, because you do have to commit to another, basically half lap of Highway 0. So this might just end up being wasted time for Yomsa. Quite stylish way of leaving. I like it. I like it. But yeah, I mean, she spends the time there, but gets nothing for it.
We're seeing the difference of very small movement changes between the two of them. Krabby just out ahead, I think.
Yeah, and I think Krabby with slightly more stream delay as well.
That's an extra boost of Krabby. That could make all the difference.
Yeah, I think he's out slightly ahead here. And I mean, a lot of this series so far has been Krabby sniping Ryomi specifically. And it's continuing on now into Game 4. This could give help their way into this game, their way of winning this game. So many points in Highway 0 right now that Nago has free access to. Krabby heading into sewers. What is the play here? Is it bottom point? Or is it going into FRZ to block in all those points in co-op fashion?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
We'll see where Ryomi goes as well, because Ryomi, I don't think, has information on where Nago is right now and could get baited into FRZ. I mean, that could be rough.
How long has it been since Nago's last marked square, though, is my thinking. I think this has got to be an assumption on FRZ, just not grabbing souls.
Ryomi is going in, but it looks like I think Krabby headed into FRZ as well. So it is going to be a 2v1 race in FRZ. Ryomi maybe just wants to get the souls and get out, but he still has to race Krabby head-to-head for them.
Krabby?
What's the play, Krabby? Yeah, Krabby just wants the souls, I think. But hold on. No, Krabby's doing the bottom half of the graffiti. Okay.
Ooh, co-op, okay.
So Ryomi might actually have the chance to snipe away these souls, which could be game-changing if he can get them right from underneath the noses of hell.
Yeah, for the 3 points I'll get for this co-op graffiti, Yomsa in bottom point, That's 2, maybe 3 points just in this one area of the map. For Ryomi, there's 2 potential points here that, well, without tape, Ryomi's not contested too.
Okay, so we have a slight issue here in that help don't seem to have multi working. Krabby's tag count is different to Nago's. I'm not sure what the ruling on this is going to be. I'm going to leave that to our professional bingo judge, Twinkachu, to figure that out, and we'll just keep on calling it as we see it for the time being.
Oh, and we've lost signal from Krabby.
Does look like Ryomi is going to pick up these souls. He's going to be able to at least pick up points, should be able to lock in air uncontested as well. And with Yomsa now cleaning out the remaining points in bottom point, the Bunnies are in a pretty good position here. Yeah, we'll have to see what the official ruling is on this FRZ graffiti, because, I mean, technically, outside of the fact that multi is not working, they should have completed it now. Yeah, Krabby did all of the lower side, so if Nago does all of the top side,
I think we should count that personally.
Yeah, I think we can allow
I will
that.
wait from the ruling of the bingo overlords though on that one.
Yeah, technical errors, they happen. It's fine. We'll fix it for next game. But that does mean this game is right back to even. If Ryomi can lock in the FRZ Air Soul, which it looks like he had not unlocked. He was in the position for the Soul but didn't get up, so he needs to unlock that. The Bunnies are slightly ahead right now until that graffiti gets locked in. Nago and Krabby.
Krabby going through out of Kogane. And then that's all of the sprays.
Yeah,
and they've
3 points to win right now.
Yep.
Let's see where the points are.
It in advance. That's all good for that FRZ spray. Kind of worrying about that multi thing. Let's hope it doesn't become an issue for this match.
So it's 2 points to win for the Cozy Bunnies right now. With
Highway 0 with 2 points.
Highway 0 has 2 points,
1.
yeah. Krabby's got to go there. Krabby's going to get ahead to Highway 0 ahead of Yomsa here. If they split even, that might give help the window they need to get to snipe this game away from the Bunnies.
Nago with a 50-50 coin toss here. I think there's a... Let's see, Ryomi not going to cube race, which is good because obviously it doesn't...
Yomsa has special unlocked, I believe, by the way, because she was going for it previously when they were working on the diagonal bingo, but didn't pick it up because she didn't want to commit to another half lap of Highway 0. So she should be able to pick that up relatively quickly, and then Krabby is left doing the long Highway 0 tricks.
Ryomi ahead on 35 as well. Nago is also going for it. Oh no. Oh goodness.
Bunny's in the preferred position right now. Ryomi grabs the tape.
Ryomi grabs the tape. Nago going towards the tape. Tricks 35. Not really a soul where...
Yeah, you can't unlock this really anywhere in RDH except for at the very top where it unlocks, so it's actually not worth even trying if you're Ryomi right now.
And I'm hoping that Nago uses... Yep. No!
It does unlock it right at the very end there. Never mind. I'm a fool. Ryomi just about making that work.
That would have really kind of evened it up a bit, I think, if Nago would have got that jump there. But unfortunately, this means Ryomi gets the head start. Yomsa, well, it's 1 point to win. Yomsa going for Highway 0.
Ryomi should be locking this one in.
Ryomi going for Tricks 35 with, I mean, anything can happen, but with this particular square, that is game for the Cozy Bunnies.
And the Cozy Bunnies take the win in a closely contested 4th game. The 3-1 win. Your bingo Season 5 champions, the Cozy Bunnies.
Ooh.
But damn, that was a close one.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few close ones that got
I mean, this was a very good 4-game series. Wish we'd gotten to see Game 5, but that was, I think one of the closer matches that the Bunnies have had to play all season long. They did drop the game. They didn't get the undefeated sweep of the tournament this time around. And honestly, it could have been much closer. Good stuff. Great finale to a great season of Bingo. Congratulations to the Cozy Bunnies, and also to our runners up the high voltage electric line, Pylon, for a well-contested and closely fought match.
Those were 4 very, very close games, so it's was Ryomi about to go for cucumber to flex.
We'll see if we get our players in to talk about this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've wrapped up another season of Bingo. Thank you all for coming out and watching and showing your support. It's always so much fun to put this tournament on. It's a great
Shoutouts to the
use
Bingo
of
Wizards as well.
our time and many talented individuals making this happen. It's truly is a passion project, but we all have so much fun doing it. So yeah, thank you all for your support, and hopefully we'll be back soon for more JSRF Bingo.
I think Twinkachu might have a slight objection to soon, given that they've been very graciously doing so much tech and organising behind the scenes.
Soon TM.
And we have Nago in the box.
Hello.
Hey Nago.
And Ryomi
Hello.
in the box. Congratulations,
And Ryomi.
Ryomi.
Congratulations, Ryomi.
Congrats, Ryomi. Good shit.
That was a very enjoyable match to watch.
We had a fun time playing.
Yeah, I mean, this was, first of all, you, as High Voltage Electric Line Final managed to hand the Cozy Bunnies their only defeat of the season. So congratulations on that. Some consolation prize. But those games were very close, all 4 of them. You know, I think maybe game 3 was a little less close. But 1, 2, and 4, I think, were very, very closely contested matches, very enjoyable to watch, and really weren't decided until the very end. And that's what we want to see. That's the content that we desire here at JSRF.
I was really not having fun on those games we lost.
Yeah, Krabby had your number.
I still issue both of
Look,
those.
man, it sucks to suck.
But we still won, so, you know, sucks to lose.
Oh, it does. Oh, let me tell you, it sucks to lose, but you know what? It's fine.
With GG's, like, both teams are like, we played or practiced against each other like more than any other people. So, those were GG's.
It's all for the
think-
good of the sport.
That match 2 ending was nail biting because it
Yeah.
was just down to Nago and Ryomi and neck throughout the entire level.
Wait, was that like the 99th spray where I just fucking
Yeah.
flew off the rail?
Yeah,
Dude, you should see my POV. I also did like the most dumb. I did movement mistakes that I've never made, where I could have just stopped holding the controller and it would have gone better than what actually happened. It's so like, it was absurd.
I knew it. Like, I just knew it. When I flew off the rail, I'm like, yeah, we lost.
Dude, I thought I had that so many times. I had that like 5 times.
Yeah, that
I
was
just-
that was an experience to watch.
Oh my god. I have to warm into the series a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is sometimes. But I think for as many skill issues as there were in the series, there were also some very, very cool plays to go back and watch. One thing that will stick with me is Krabby sniping top of Observatory in the game just now to deny the diagonal bingo. The movement that he pulled off there was some fucking Taz shit.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah,
was so good.
impressive.
That's what we love to see. Just as always, JSRF Bingo remains a fantastic showcase of everything the game has to offer. Yeah, and as we conclude another season, any last words from our new champion, Ryomi?
We got Yums at the 3P. Let's go.
Yeah, you certainly did.
The Michael Jordan of bingo.
Bingo.
Well, actually not yet. She would need to do a second 3P. She needs to like retire to go play like, I don't know, like Blinks or something for
Jet
like
Set Radio
Cyber
a
Golf.
year and then 3P. again. What's like, yeah.
Get
When's
three-peat
Yomsa going to
pinball.
star in the third Space Jam movie?
Oh,
Oh my god. Imagine the money she would get and how we could finally pay JSRF Bingo like producers and like tournament organizers.
Yeah, hey,
I think it's the play.
Warner
I think
Brothers
it's
want to
the
talk
play.
to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Space Jam 3, you know?
Space Jam 3, we got Yomsa, I'm sure she'll be down.
Yep, absolutely. I see no problem with that.
Listen, if she sees the amount of zeros that will be
And says
like
no.
she'll definitely say yes. I don't think, at least I would say yes. I would sell out in a moment. Yeah.
I mean, let's think about this for a second. If
Mhm.
Yomsa will play Jet Set Radio GBA for $50, she will star in Space Jam 3 for a significantly higher sum.
That's a fair analysis of the situation. Yep. All right. Well, on that note, I think we're done here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. And we'll be back in the future for more JSRF Bingo. And Acebats,
Yeah.
why don't you take it away?
Well, before I take it away, I think we do have to give a shout outs to all of the bingo wizards. Eckler with the graphics, Seventh Ace with the amazing tech, all those bingo boards and numbers flying all over the place. That's all them. And Twinkachu organising this whole thing and behind the scenes doing all the magic and making sure that it all works and the tech is always there and it's all kind of running smoothly. Congratulations again to the Cozy Bunnies for winning Season 5. Woohoo! 3-peat for Yomsa. Let's go. Congratulations to 7th Ace on winning Pinball Warrior 2. And honourable mention to Sylvie T for managing to absolutely murder Acebat OS. That's going to cause a problem next season. But big congratulations to her. And I think there's only one sentence to sum this whole thing up. Thank you for watching. And remember, it doesn't matter if you don't know the lingo. We'll see you next season at Jet Set Radio Future Bingo.